Well, this category is, What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today it is time to take a look at all of the data download stuff, courtesy of Renzi. Thank you very much, man. Although I believe some of the stuff is over on the official Twitter page and everything like that, because I'm going to show you a couple of the essay animations and the counters and all that kind of fun stuff. But it is time to dissect all of this GT nonsense that is going on right now. So it's a lot, and there's a lot of good things, and then there's a couple of things that everyone's just kind of like, huh? Like, what? So let's just get into all the information here because I'm excited. I'm definitely hyped. But again, we'll have to wait and see what everyone thinks. So without further ado, let's get into the main man himself. And that is, of course, Super Saiyan 4 Goku here. He is the full power category of attack and defense and HP up 150%. And of course, the +3 key that you would expect from this guy. Not to mention he gives super tech typed key +3 and stats up 90%, just like SSJ4 Bardock does, but for int, obviously, okay? He has one of the most generic super attacks, and that is greatly lower in defense. Not talking about the animation, talking about just the effect of his super attack. Whoopee. You guys all know how I feel about greatly lower in defense, so let's continue on. His passive is pretty similar to STR, but with a few tweaks, essentially. So he gives himself attack up 100%, and then he kind of has that same HP kind of passive like what LR Bardock has, not LR Bardock, LR Bojack has and everything like that. So like with LR Bojack, it was the more HP you have, the more attack you get on top of the regular attack boost you already get. And then it was the less HP you got, you had higher defense, essentially, okay? With Goku here, essentially, what it is the more HP you have, you get more attack and defense for a total of 70%. So if you're at max HP or make only like that much, or however they determine what, you know, when it goes minus or when it goes plus or anything like that, you will have an attack of 170% and a defense up of 70%, okay? You still have a medium chance to evade the enemy's super attack, and you will counter with tremendous power, essentially, okay? Now, one thing to note on this compared to the STR one, this kanji right here for the power, the type of power that is used to counter the super attack, okay? It is the exact same kanji as the STR. So, disregarding any orbit placements or how many dupes you potentially have into whatever Goku you have, or both of them, they are countering technically with the same power according to the kanji, okay? Anything else is, of course, depending on what units you have and all that kind of fun stuff, okay? In terms of links, it is exactly the same as the STR one. He does not have over in a flash, and the only reason we even talk about over in a flash for a tech unit is because tech is generally over in a flash based, so that is why. But no, he does not have over in a flash, so it will be a little interesting to see if he'll fit on a tech team. Like, I'm talking optimal here. Obviously, he'll be great on a tech team no matter what, but it's always fun personally for me to see, okay, what's a really good team for him to be on besides the category and everything like that. So the only difference that he has in terms of between his STR one and this current new one in terms of the links is that the STR one gets Kamehameha and this one gets Sand Lineage, which is a +1 key. So okay, I guess. I mean, Kamehameha was never like a link to have. It's only 2,500 extra attack, so I guess it is what it is. So yeah, but anyway, his best partner is still Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now, I believe you can't technically run this guy with himself, the STR one, but the only team you can really do that on is a Heroes team, which, cool, I guess. But usually Heroes teams, at least now with the Tech Vegito Blue, runs more of an over in the flash type of state. So if you don't care about giving Vegito Blue his super attack, and you do go more of the prepare for battle or shocking speed route, that's totally up to you. That's totally fine. So, but it'll be, I don't know, it'll be a little interesting. So, but in terms of a Shadow Cat, he's finally on the Shadow Dragons category. So, obviously, his best partner is going to be the SSJ4 Vegeta because STR is not on there. So, hey, at least we got one Super Saiyan 4 Goku on here now. So, kind of makes sense, I guess. Anyway, so let's take a look at his super animation real quick because there's new counter mechanic, not new counter mechanic, but it's a new counter animation along with the super attack. So, let's take a look at it real quick. So, if you, of course, want to go back like that. I love that part right there, the whole charge up thing. I approve. Although the one-time speed is definitely killing me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, come on, internet. We're having a thunderstorm out here, so it might be affecting the internet a little bit. Okay, here's the count. This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is the crown jewel right here. That's pretty cool right there. Not gonna lie, that's definitely pretty cool. So we'll get into the guy's category by in just a second. So, but anyway, so that's the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. His category, interesting to say the least. I mean, it's great that he at least is able to also bring tech units onto the team, but I get the feeling this category is gonna be a lot better in the near future because right now, while powerful and can definitely dish out some good damage, it is one weird category. It is honestly one weird category. I mean, you have the littlest things like the fact that both Int Cell and Tech Cell are on this category, but not the STR one. You have more obvious ones, and, you know, you can get as technical as you want about, well, he didn't keep the power, so, you know, UI Goku's not on here. You see, you have other guys in full power, like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Technically, wasn't he at full strength in Super Saiyan 4? Wasn't that, I mean, that's the only time he went Super Saiyan 4, so why isn't he on the category? You know, there's just a lot of other weird things in here that are just like, you can definitely tell. Like, I mean, generally there are some categories where you feel like they've definitely just took a roulette and spun it, basically. This one feels like they went to overdrive for every single unit. It was just like, okay, roulette, the entire thing, basically. You're sitting there going, what is going on here? So, I don't really know. I mean, heck, and the more I even looked at this, I just realized this new Goku's on here. I'm like, that really Kid Goku's full power? So, again, I don't really know what is going on when it comes to this category. You can definitely tell it feels a little random. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Team-wise, I'll have a team building team little video out later. I want to wait to see what happens with the category just a little bit more, because right now, you definitely build like half of a category team and then half of a tech team. Or if you do stick to the category, you're mostly bringing like agility and tech units and maybe a couple of physical units because of the support units that are available to you in this team. Because again, you do want some support units to help with that key sometimes. And most of the support units, though, only help out certain types. They don't affect everybody. They only affect certain types, like this SSJ4 Goku right here, which is an amazing card. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So I want to talk with a couple other friends real quick about some team possibilities. I've been talking with D-Free for the half the day today while I was at work. So again, we'll have to wait and see when I get into that video. So anyway, let's quickly go through everything else real quick that we have out here. We have this new Kid Goku, who is definitely from the 17 times where he does a Dragon Fist, I believe. Super strength types, key +2, stats up 90%, and he greatly lowers defense, whoopee. Basically, his passive skill is pretty good, though, and when he does a super attack, his attack goes up 120%, and defense goes up 30% at the time of doing it. And if you're facing one opponent, then your key goes up +3. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so he's self-sufficient for the most part. Especially if you run him on certain teams, he'll definitely be in there. So next is going to be this Hell Frieza. He's GT though, so you can't take another Frieza and farm him in there, unfortunately. But there is one actually that we are getting new, so you can technically farm a super attack. Anyway, so he's extreme physical unit, physical extreme, key +2, HP attack and defense up 90%, and he has a medium chance to stun. That's pretty nice right there. His passive, and this is along with the Cell as well. The passive works in conjunction with Cell, basically. So your own attack goes up by 80% and your defense as well. Then, if the opponent at the time happens to be, for Frieza at least, if they happen to be sealed, then you get an additional 90 or an additional 100% up in the attack, and you are super effective against all types, basically. That's pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. He will work actually pretty well in Super Battle Road on a physical team, because if you bring the Boo tanks and he seals, boom, this Frieza could do some pretty decent damage. So plus he's got a farmable super attack. That's SA 10 right there. That's pretty nice. So we'll have to wait and see. Cell is the exact same way, except that he does extreme int for the leader skill, and then he seals super attacks. And for his passive, if the opponent is stunned at the time, that's how he gets the additional 100% up in the attack right there. Remember, they both get attack and defense up 80% no matter what, but then if they are either sealed or stunned, depending on the character, then they get the additional 100%, and they are super effective against other units. As for how super effective they are, is it Gogeta level? I don't know, hard to say. But anyway, let's continue to move on. Now we're into the farmable units. These 4 units right here are all farmable, which is pretty cool. Hellfighter 17 finally gets a farmable super attack. If you have the int one, you can finally farm it up, because all the other 17s you can farm up were only for the good 17 or the normal 17, right? This is the Hellfighter, which is of course GT only here. AGL key +2, stats up 30%, and he can lower attack. Passive, high chance to dodge the enemy's attacks. Moving on. Going up to 18 here, GT. And funny enough, on this 18, she is not in the Peachy Peachy Girl category. What? That... mind blown. I'm literally not going to lie here. But anyway, strength key +2, stats up 30%, and for 1 turn after she does a super attack, super types get an attack up 30%, okay? Her passive is definitely kind of interesting. She gives herself 70% defense up, obviously, and then after she gets attacked, so very similar to LR Beerus, after she gets attacked, and then for 3 turns, her attack will go up by 70%, okay? So basically, let her get hit, she gets an attack up 70%, she already has a defense up 70%, and then as long as that either 3 turns is not passed and you defeat the event or the enemy or whatever happens to be, or you continue to let her get attacked, then that kind of just resets essentially, and you can continually have 70% up in the attack and the defense there. So that's pretty nice, actually. She's not bad. Hellfighter 17, that was weird to say the least. So anyway, then Cell here, Cell and Frieza, these guys are going to be farmable obviously, so you'll be able to throw them, if you pull them on the banners, then you'll be able to get them up to SA10, which is really nice. Both of them give either physical or int types, key +2, and stats up 50% or 30%. Frieza here still has a medium chance to stun. Cell seals super attacks, okay? Cell here gives, both of them actually, give extreme types, key +2, attack and defense of 25%. These guys are really good support units for their types. They really are. And then Cell at the beginning of the turn will recover 7% HP, whereas the Frieza will then mitigate damage by 30%. I'm interested to try Frieza out on a Revived Warriors team on Super Battle Road. I am definitely hyped to try that shit out right there. That's gonna be pretty cool. Cell, definitely a good support unit, obviously, and the nice thing that he heals right there. So I'll definitely have to bring him. Him and the Super Boo, which is the other support unit for extreme physical types. A lot of healing happening right there. That's actually pretty nice. So we'll have to see how that's gonna work out. So that's pretty nice right there. So those are the 4 units that are gonna be farmable, okay? So I'm actually gonna I'm gonna get out of these real quick. Right there. Now, there's another special little treat coming out on the 3rd of July. All this banner stuff and all these free-to-play cards that I just told you about are all coming out on Sunday at 2 p.m. Japan time, which is, I think, 10 p.m. Saturday Pacific Standard Time the day before, obviously, because of the whole time difference and everything. Then, on the 3rd of July, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, or 5 p.m. Japan time, 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are getting a free-to-play LR Metal Cooler Army. Now, he's only an LR. There's no SSR, there's no TUR or anything like that, and it seems to be given us through missions, essentially, okay? There's gonna be a lot of missions, a lot of stones, a lot of login stuff that we'll get into later when we find out about that stuff. I know technically it's already been data downloaded and there's some stuff, but they've been known to change some things. That's why I'm not doing the missions translations just yet, because technically they have taken some out before or changed them at the last minute. So I want to wait to see when the missions come out, and then I'll translate those for you guys. But Metal Cooler Army here isn't an LR. I'm assuming, again, we'll either get him from the Baba Shop, but he's basically just like the Ginyu Goku in terms of how we receive it, right? We get him at the LR state, which means we got to throw Kais into him if you want to get him up to SA20. So just something to keep in mind right there. But he's just like the LR Vegito Blue. It's extreme types, key +3, stats up 70%. 12 key greatly lowers defense, and 18 key raises extreme types attack by 30%. His passive, he is kind of similar to LR Bojack's. The more HP you have, attack and defense up by a total of 90%. So if you're at max health, then your HP and your attack and defense will be up 90%. And you have a high chance to do an additional attack up to 2 times at max. So it's very similar to the physical Vegito Blue. And those additional attacks also have about a 30% chance, the Tokidoki right here, that I always talk about. This is about a 30% chance, give or take. 30% chance, give or take, to then those attacks to become super attacks. So again, this part right here of his passive is literally word for word of physical Vegito, aside from the counters, because he doesn't have counters or anything like that, okay? He's got some pretty decent links, Big Bad Bosses, Fear and Faith, Shocking Speed, so that's pretty nice. Definitely to try this guy on an int team. That'll definitely be interesting. And he'll be on the Revived Warriors team. Ooh, I'm looking forward to Revived Warriors team on Super Battle Road again. I know. Super Battle Road, not a lot of people like, but you know what? I still like doing it sometimes. So anyway, those are all of the cards right there. And that's, yeah, a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming. Definitely hyped for it. So we still don't know what's technically on the banner, but I'm a little worried about it because you know Goku will be on the banner. This Goku will definitely be featured on the banner, and he gets rebirth for some reason. Why is he not using the Goku medals to Dokkan Awaken? I don't know, because I mean he's already self-sufficient with Ki, especially for fighting one opponent, which is most events. So it's just like this rebirth is kind of, I guess. Anyway, going on, Frieza and Cell obviously will be on the banner in their SSR forms, not in their TUR forms. We get the idea, and both of them get rebirth as well. So that's kind of interesting again. So that's 4 units. Now, a General Dokkan Fest has 7 units in it that are SSRs and featured. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so they're probably going to throw in Omega or Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in there probably, or Gogeta, or to be really mean, the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I don't think you can expect to get like, you know, STR Rose or anything like that, because I know a lot of people want him to come back because we finally had Vegito Blue come back. Maybe he'll be in the LR banner, or he's next month. I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. So, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the banner is. It's mostly going to be GT themed. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Who do you think the last 3 units of the SSR units will be? Because again, we'll need 7 of that for that. Other than that, though, that's basically gonna be it, guys. The category again, it's weird. It's definitely weird. I want to wait to see it just a little bit, you know, especially when it comes out, and give it a test, I guess, if I'm able to pull Goku and see where it goes from there. But people are very split on this category. Some people are like, man, it is good. It doesn't need to be overpowered or anything. It is all fine with me. Others are like, what the F is this? So it's, yeah, it's a little controversial. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see what the category is and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. We'll have to wait and see. July 1st is just around the corner. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.